Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Tara with Mayhem Crafty Cards. So today we are going to be talking about the Ohuhu markers. And not just the Ohuhus, but the brush nib markers. So I had Copics for a little while, not a lot of them, but just a few, because I really like how they colored. But I have a hard time gripping. And I just found like I just could not get a smooth blend, good grip on my marker. It was going all over the place, and it's not the marker's fault. It was just my fault apparently. But so I've been on the lookout for a good quality brush nib marker that I could use, that I would be able to, have a good grip on and be able to color with. So I've seen a lot of Ohuhu reviews, mainly by like more artist people. Not that card makers aren't artists, but we usually are coloring stamped images. So with that being said, I have been testing. I had the Artezas, I've had the they were so long ago I can't even remember what it is, master markers. And I didn't like how the bullet nibs blended with the Artezas. The brush nibs on the master markers frayed super easy. So I kind of took a step back and, been using my watercolor markers, my zigs, the Korean markers, and I just still was having a hard time. So I went ahead and was searching on Amazon, and I found the Ohuhu brush nibs. Now, obviously they're not Copics, but at the same time, they are super affordable if you are just getting into alcohol markers and you're not sure if you want to spend the money for the Copics. So I went ahead and bought the 120 count, and I did swatch them all out for you guys. So this side here is the Ohuhus, just the 120. Now this side here is the skin tone colors, which are also brush markers. So I have been playing with them, testing them out for myself, and I really like them. Now there are some cons with these. I feel like there's not enough pastel shades, but it depends on what you're coloring. You can easily blend some of these shades together. And let me show you. I'm just going to we'll just grab this one. So I don't like that the ends do not match the colors, which a lot of markers don't. So here is the brush nib, and it's really nice. It's, it's got some give to it. It's firm, a little firmer, I should say, than the Copics, but it's a lot easier for me to, use. I don't like their numbering system. As you can see, this one says cobalt blue. If it'll focus. Anyways, this is PB3, which is cobalt blue. PBs to me mean purple blues. I don't necessarily think that cobalt is a purple blue. So I recommend that you swatch all your markers out. Now, Mary Polanco has this chart, and I did print it out and I laminated it, which I wish I would have waited until I got the skin tone colors to do that. But it lays it out very nicely for you, so that you can get, kind of see what your color families are. So what I did was I took the Copics that I had, and I did the best I could to match them to the Ohuhus. And as you can see, there's quite a few similarities with these. Now they're not going to be exact because, again, they're not Copics, but I really like these, and I am going to recommend them to you guys because it just really was a good find. So, you know, there's pros and cons with every marker. Some of the pros would be the price, which the 120 was $199, or no, the brush, the 120 set was $99. So that's less than $1 a marker. You have the brush nib. They are doing it now where you can buy some individual colors. They're really juicy. I'm going to do an experiment to see if I can refill them with Copic refills. As of right now, they're not refillable, but that doesn't mean that I can't try. And I'm going to say this, no brush nib lasts forever. Even Copics, you need to change the brush nibs out. So, I mean, that was, I guess that was one of my cons. Two of my cons was that there's not enough pastels for me, and that they're not refillable. So I wanted to show you, here is one that I had colored. Well, it started to color. I didn't want to color it all because I really wanted you guys to see the skin tone set. So this is the lighter skin tones that I used with the 24 set. Now there are a few colors that you do get duplicates of in the 120 set. But if you don't have the 120 set, you know, this would be a good alternative to add to your collection. And these are brush nibs as well. So, I mean, you can see that they're a brush nib. And they do have the chisel nib at the end. And it's, you know, it's a typical chisel nib. I like these because I can, you know, use them without feeling like I'm going to drop them or I'm going to smudge something because I shake a little bit. I feel like this is a good value. Now, I did do a couple swatches. So, this is with the, oh my gosh, Tara, find your words today. It's Sunday, words are hard. The skin tone set. So this is what I used for these two. And then, without even using those, I just went ahead and dug into the 120 set. And as you can see, this one came out really well. I really like how this one came out. This one, however, I wasn't a real fan of. Now, I probably could go in and darken it, but I don't know, I struggled a little bit with this one. And you guys know, like, images like this, these are most of the images that we as card makers are coloring. So there's no, I didn't find any bleeding with these. They do spit just a little bit, but then again, so do the Copics. So, I mean, they kind of balance each other out. Now, the 3 inks that I use when I do stamp, I use the Ink on 3 Blackout, Memento Tuxedo Black, and the Raven Detail ink. These will all work well with your alcohol markers. My little friend is over here. Can you see him? But for the most part, I would say this is a good set. Regardless of the skin tones. I mean, the skin tones, I think, were $29.99 for 24 markers. But, you know, you get a nice carrying case with this. Now, I have, you know, obviously it did not come like this. It was a hot mess when it came, and I had to get everything together because it was very overwhelming for my brain to find any of the colors that I wanted. So, like I said, I will list below, and I will try to add this to a screenshot to the video of the markers that I found mixed well with, you know, not the companion, I guess, to the Copics. So, if you are on the fence about these markers, coming from somebody who's not a Copic colorist, and I shouldn't say it like that because there are some fantastic Copic colorists. It's just, I'm so used to watercolors, and I had set my alcohol markers back because, again, I was struggling, and it drives me nuts if I can't get the blends that I want. So, if you're on the fence about alcohol markers, I would say to start with the Ohuhus. They have a fantastic, it's really good quality. I mean, believe it or not, I ended up selling all my Copics because I was just struggling with them so much, and I just didn't want them to sit and go to waste. So I sold my Copics, and then I started again with the Artezas And I didn't mess with the master markers again because, like I said, the nibs on those were terrible. The good thing about these is, though, once your nib starts getting kind of wearing a little bit, you can take it out and flip it over. There's another nib inside, and you can flip this over. So, I mean, that's a plus, I feel like, because I don't think Copics you can do that with their nibs. But like I said, I'm going to do a little experiment and try to refill one of these markers with a Copic refill and see how that works. Now, obviously the color isn't going to be the exact same, but if I can get it close enough, that would be great. And I feel like Ohuhu is going to be coming out with their own refills and starting to, you know, sell the individual markers. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I'm coming from a card maker's point of view on these markers, and I'm really enjoying them a lot more than I guess I anticipated because of the struggles that I had with Copics. So like I said, if you're just starting out and you're not sure and you really want to try the brush nibs, I mean, for me, the Ohuhus have done such a good job, and I've been able to really get nice blends with them that I think I'll be buying more of these in the future. And that's the only other thing. You cannot buy individual markers, and they have a good solid snap on. I mean, it's not too hard to get off, but it is, you know, it's nice. And like I said, the brush nib I love it. It's not too squishy, and it has just the right amount of give to it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm going to screenshot this for you guys and add it to the video. Any comments, questions, let me know. I like interacting with you guys. So until next time, guys, I will see you later. Bye.